And then what was the decision on leaving 500 and then, getting into Game Grove? And I know that you've had a few 3 months or so where you went into monk mode. So it'd be interesting just to learn more about your most recent transition.
Yeah, I mean, 2020 sucked, right? So I left 500 end of 2019. Honestly, like differences opinions of where the firm's going. I wish them all well. I'm a stakeholder. I still get carry and stuff, but like I don't know if they were super happy with sort of my methods of dealing with startups, my very direct methods of being brutal to startups. They were never super comfortable with that. And there were a lot of changes of management team and stuff in general. So I think for both sides, frankly speaking, I think it was mutually win-win situation. And 6 years also is a long time, to be frank, after the brutality of sort of like 2017, of getting through 2017, 2018 was hard. Like those are hard years.
It's funny that a lot of the work in venture and in investing, there's that craftsmanship where, style is a big part of the profession because, ultimately business is personal, and whoever says it's not, they're most likely either going to fuck you or trying to fuck you. Like that's basically
I think that's probably a fair assessment. I just think this idea of just like my take is somebody wrote this whether you like Professor Galloway or not, he wrote this article about divorces, right? So he's talking about like how Yahoo was just unloaded by Verizon, but he talks about like personal divorce and other things where it's seen as sort of this negative thing, and in many ways in society seen as a negative thing. But I'm like, yeah, but whether it's sort of like mergers and acquisitions, where like if it wasn't working, is it better to keep them? You're better spinning them off, right? And the same thing of just like whether it's business partnerships, whether it's romantic partnerships, like if it's not working, like there's a lot of this idea of like, we're not happy, but we got to stay together for the kids. I don't know if that's a good thing, right? Like I don't know if that's a good thing, where it's like sometimes it's actually better to sort of like, okay, maybe we don't belong together either as business partners, as romantic partners or whatever, that so we can move on with our lives. That may not be a bad thing. And I think sometimes that should be celebrated, not necessarily like, oh, it's so bad, right? Like, and I mean this on many, many fronts.